All right, welcome back. Round two. Um, this is the Lighthouze and Second Renaissance again. It's me. This video is Mr. Kevin, and he is explaining how the base of the project is trying to model itself after, and how it can start. He explains it fairly well, so you can make your determination on what he says. Ready?
So what that means is that somewhere along the lines, we have to create these big corporations, essentially, that work for the nonprofit, and I'll get to that. And the big corporations are going to be like heavy industries, like a recycling company, because we need resources. We don't want to have to mine them because it's too expensive. Robotics division, everything you can imagine that would be necessary to be able to make this happen, right? We're going to need a laser company, because that's going to be our laser elevator to be able to get everything into space in a good time. Man, there's so much. Like, I'm just at the beginning. I'm going to have to make like 25 more videos at least, maybe more. Let's try this the other way. So where we're at now, Garrett is one of he's one of our confidants. He's here, but he's not. He is our financials guy. He is currently, I guess you could say, a double agent at Wells Fargo. He makes the CEOs billions of dollars every year, and they pay him peanuts to do it. So, and then the thing that he's mad about is he's like, yeah, they made me sign an NDA when I first went to work for them, even before I got this awesome job, that I couldn't do anything in banking or anything similar for 6 years after I quit. Even if I quit or I get fired, I can't do anything in banking for 6 years. And so basically it protects the bank from you being able to create some kind of competition and them not being able to do anything about it, right? So Garrett is the guy that him and I are basically working on creating the LLC nonprofit. And so what we're doing is we're creating a credit union. So we will own, our nonprofit will own its own bank. We can own our own insurance company, and this is how we get everything started. Of course, Kevin Szabo is a big part of this as well with the software that we're working on, because the only way the bank is going to work is with real-time active encryption, which everybody's going to want. So we're going to have members coming out of the woodworks to become members of our bank, because we'll have no branches. And then even our call center operators can work from home, because we'll just set them up with a server at their house and run, and then, they can whore out that server. We'll put solar on their house, so that their house is now an asset, not a liability, pay their mortgage, or if they want to move or whatever, we'll make all that happen. So assets and liabilities is really, really important to this, and accountability. Sustainability. Sustainability is at the center of everything. So some of these call center operators or bankers or whatever, people that are going to be members of this group, this organization, this like credit union, this nonprofit LLC, they won't be paying taxes. Yeah. So we're going to be freeing people along the way, and everybody's going to want in. So we're not going to have any shortage of volunteers or anybody to come help us and assist us with their expertise and their knowledge. We need the right people, and we need talent. And I think the best way to do that is to say, hey, we're going to reward you for your efforts. We're going to do something that nobody else is going to do for you. And this is going to accelerate our growth and give us access to fruit fresh from the tree, especially around colleges and so on. I don't see why our labs and our self-sustaining communities can't also be like a school that we can host as well. So all the labs, from all over the world, basically, when we do all this, is going to power the technology that we already talk about here, and get it ready and on the road so that we can actually use it. There will be no questions that we are corrupt backdoor. We're like the Clinton administration organizations, nonprofits that are, basically just using the nonprofit name so that they don't have to pay taxes. We're actually doing something for the community, for the world, with the efforts that we're putting forward. So it's not just empty words that we're using. So
all right. So what I heard, I believe that he's talking about the Galactic mining company, but the beginning of it would be, I guess, use the guy that is doing the banking, and I'm guessing he's familiar with how to set up some sort of 501c3, which is tax exempt, and then from there creating that company, then advertising or talking to companies that are already in existence and getting them to sign on with the structure that he's talking about, the LLC. And the motivation for wanting to do it would be that they wouldn't have to pay taxes, and they would be contributing to the communities, helping the communities thrive, like freeing them from the day-to-day, whatever you call it. Everybody got their own, but that's what I took out of it. But it's pretty good. It's actually a really, really good idea. Why wouldn't people want to give back to their communities? That's where they grow, develop their families there. It's actually a great idea. Another thing is, this is only one of the people in the group. There's more people in the group that I'm gonna introduce also into these videos. It's a collective of we'll say eccentric individuals that collectively want to do like the self-discovery of oneself, in relation to everyone as a whole. There's a guy, I think his name's Van Gogh, that has, the human interaction on a molecular level. He wrote in a book somewhere, you could probably find it. I'll eventually go over to the Lighthouze and make videos of them, and you'll get to see the ideas, the raw ideas, and them talking about trying to actually make this happen. I mean, it's really, really good stuff, and just anyone with an open mind and a general understanding of how the world works will see that this is actually happening, and the public should know about it. It's a great thing, and it's humbling to be a part of. And through time, you will also come to, I guess, make your own decision on whether you think it's something that you want to be part of. There's one more video here, and he's talking about international collaboration, where not only would people from the communities want to be part of it, but people from other parts of the world would, depending on how fast this goes, they would want to be a part of it. It's just another option, to the current ones available. And I think just with, common sense, people will see, what's going on, and they'll be able to ultimately make their own decision. But here's the last video.
So I've been giving a lot of thought about the international outreach program, how we're going to pull that off. So like Roanoke, in my town, we have sister cities, and I think that we'd probably be pretty
pretty good to try to contact or make physical contact with those sister cities and try to house individuals that are trying to come to America and make a better life for themselves inside the city, and then work that angle, because that's a huge boon, guys. I mean, that's what Operation Paperclip does. That's what education does. Like, as soon as you start mixing people and cultures and ideas, amazing things happen.
Yeah, so it's a grassroots, from the beginning, and it's a collective of individuals in a sense where everyone can work together for the betterment of everybody individually. But as time goes on and we progress, it'll become clearer. Nice to see you again. Cheers.